What up, y'all? It's Dom Root. I'm outside of RWRS Stills, an award-winning distillery here in Tempe, Arizona, and we got something planned on October 20th, so slide inside with me and check out what's going on.
It's Christy and I'm here at RWRS Stills. I'm back in the production room where they actually make the alcohol, and this is where I'm going to be teaching you my patent sip class on October 20th. It's going to be from 6 to 8, and here you actually got the picture where we're going to be creating the cocktails that they actually make, and you're going to be able to drink at the same time. So make sure you guys sign up today. The link is in the bio. October 20th, 6 to 8 p.m. Check it out.
Ladies and gentlemen, please come out October 20th and try out some of the local whiskey from here at RWRS Stills. We have some amazing talent coming out to perform for you. We got Lee Water, Louis Fish, Sherry Joy, Stefani Monet, man. It's gonna be an amazing time. Come through and participate. Take a shot with your boy.
Yeah, what's going on, everybody? What's going on? Rolling with the Rolling Stoner, you know what it is. We back. Fransisco Phoenics is here, y'all, with a special guest in the building, man. Quintin Baker, man. Yo, what's going on, man? How you feeling, brother?
Man, I'm feeling real nice.
Hey, thank you for joining us, man. I
Thank you
appreciate
for
you coming through. Of course, man. Of course.
Absolutely.
It was, long overdue, but, we definitely was going to get you in there, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's, how long have we known each other?
What, 3?
At least three.
Yeah, 3,
I want to say 3, 4.
Yeah, 3,
I
4
want to say
years
3,
or
4
so?
years.
Yeah, man. I'm about to say yes. It's crazy, man. You know what I mean? Crazy how time flies. You know, you don't even realize it. You know what I mean?
Not at all.
Yeah.
Not at all.
So, yo, you've been a busy body, though, man.
That is
a very busy body, man.
Active, yes, very active. Productive, though. It's been great.
Yeah, that's good. That's really good. You know what I'm saying? So, we definitely wanted to hear about, everything you've been getting into, like your different ventures and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So,
Oh gosh. Okay. Yeah, I could do that. So
Quintin Baker, please tell the people about you, man.
The people.
You know what I'm saying? Let the people know who you are and what you be doing.
So I think, man, when we last talked, I was really deep into the blockchain scene. Yeah. And cryptocurrency and everything, and I had 3 businesses from that. One of them still exists, actually. It's a savings account that gives people really like anywhere between 8 to 12% interest yearly, right? Okay. On cryptocurrency markets, but I lost a lot of money in that, and you learn just like through anything else. So I believe in 1 year, 2017, my company, we made about 1.8 mil in 1 year.
Shit.
Next year we lost 2.2.
Oh.
So
damn.
That lets you know how cryptocurrency ran. At least back then. So I was just in a spot in my life where I just I don't know if you've ever experienced that, where you just like hit this point where for me, I was going to the store. I was just one of those days, I'm just gonna go to the store, go to the grocery store, and I blink and I'm in Texas. And it's at night, right? And I just blink, right? And I just was driving, right? And I'm like, oh, okay. It's one of those moments where you're just like, you just are auto. I mean, I was definitely in a low spot, but I didn't realize just how low. But my body said, listen, we just need to go for a ride, right? And so I hit this really low point in my life, and I had a point where, I had what was considered like Crohn's disease. So Crohn's disease is it's an intestinal disease where there's inflammation in your stomach and the lining actually of your intestine. And it was getting hard for me to eat. Like, I mean, we're talking like every time I ate, it hurt. Wow. Yeah, like every meal. And it slowly progressed over years.
With like fluids?
Fluids and everything.
Really?
It was just pain, right? And so that had me not want to eat. Yeah. So, I just thought it was just stress. Maybe it was an ulcer. Maybe I'm going to die. I don't know. But I was just so complacent about it, And then I came across, this farm, and I met some folks there. I was like, I'm just going to sleep in my car, on the side of the road. I don't know what's going on. I'm just going to let my body process. And, they came out. Now I'm in Texas, like rural Texas. Yeah. And they came, tapped on my window. Nighttime, I'm like, oh, this is how this is how it ends.
Like, oh, damn.
This is, we've seen enough episodes of everything to know you can't be out in certain parts.
Yeah, sun downtown.
No, you stay out. Anyways, they were actually cool people. They let me just kind of do my thing and stay out there for 3-4 days.
Damn, that's what's up.
And I was just out in the fields. They had just farmland.
Yeah.
And I got exposed to just what being out among plants and farmland was. I was big into tech. All my entrepreneurial careers were tech. Technology, tech, and I got experience to farming. And so that combined with the situation I was having in my stomach, I think, God, I met one of my good friends. His name's Adam. Yeah. And he was telling me about hemp and how he was actually in the medical marijuana business and helping people that were veterans, people that were dealing with, that were addicted to oxys and things of that nature, like really terrible stuff. Okay. And then also dealing with people that had undergoing chemotherapy, cancer, things like that. And I was sending people his way, and people were just coming back like, yo, this plant makes the biggest difference for me. Yeah. So I said, you know what, I'm going to go and change my life, change my diet kind of thing. And it was really hard. I went on this anti-inflammatory diet. Now, a lot of people, they'll talk to you about like keto, and they'll talk to you about, going vegan, vegetarian, that kind of stuff. An anti-inflammatory diet pretty much says you can't eat anything that triggers an inflammatory response in your body. You know how much stuff...
Everything, man. Yo, you got to drink water for the rest of your life, man.
You know how much it was crazy. Yeah. My body was just shut down, and then it had to rebuild itself. Because the whole point of it was for you to diminish the amount of inflammatory blood cells while increasing the longevity of your healthy red blood cells. So you're flushing your system. You're flushing your system out. Exactly. So, that just exposed me to so much around health and around wellness. And I hate the fact that it sometimes takes you to be, you have to be a victim before you become an expert in what it is and how not to be that, right? And I hate that we get to that point. Like, you got to be broke in order for you to know how to be rich, right? Yeah. So, anyways, long story short, now, I have a company that we distribute medicine, high grade medicine that includes hemp as an ingredient for people who experience chronic inflammatory pains and chronic inflammatory disease. And so that's been my one thing. I don't know if you ever read the book, The One Thing by, you heard of Keller Williams?
Yes, I have.
So Gary Keller is the author, one of the authors on the book. And he talks about focusing on the one thing. And we were talking like one thing that'll make everything else in your life irrelevant or easier, right? And that's it. Yeah. And structuring yourself to be focused on fulfilling that one thing. And it was really hard because I'm a serial entrepreneur. I could run 3 businesses and everything else and do 2 jobs and all that kind of stuff and make it all work. But it was like, just want to do one thing. And so I did this 66-day challenge of choosing one thing that you study for 4 hours a day, 5 days a week for 66 days. And I chose hemp. I learned a lot.
Oh, yeah.
And then I learned after those 66 days, they said you can either go deeper or choose something different. I chose to go into studying chronic inflammatory disease. And so that's my one thing. I've actually realized that in my studies of inflammation and chronic inflammation, a person can completely dedicate themselves to that one thing.
Hell yeah.
and have just an amazing impact on yourself and others.
Yeah, and I definitely want to jump into that a little later on.
Sure.
We're going to dive into a lot of different topics tonight. So, rolling with the Rolling Stoner, typically we have a playlist of upcoming artists, and we listen to different tracks like that. But I do want to kind of switch it up just a little bit tonight because we're doing our Rolling Stoner Internet Tour soon.
Ooh.
And so, yeah, we are featuring a couple artists from Seattle and Portland tonight.
Nice.
So
I just got back from there.
That's what's up. From Seattle or Portland?
Both.
Oh, shit. Hey,
Oh, yeah.
That's what's up, man.
Oh, hemp
Hey.
farms are deep up there in Washington and Oregon.
Like,
So
I'm planning on taking the trip. Rolling Stoner, I plan on taking a trip up there.
let me know, man.
And
I'll
seeing
go
what's
with you.
good.
That's awesome.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. We can make it happen for
Yeah.
real. So, so we're going to, play a couple of tracks from some artists, a few artists in that region right now. We're going to go ahead and spark up, of course, get into the element of the show, for the night.
Yeah.
I got to start off, of course, by saying my mantra, and then, we can jump into, further, the interview a little further, you know what I mean? So, we intake this smoke, not to abuse, but to heal the body, elevate the mind, uplift, and enlighten the soul and spirit, gut, mind, and heart. And so, with that being said, Quintin Baker, we're going to go ahead and spark up, and we're going to go ahead and jump into this first track.
Awesome.
Of the artist from Seattle. This artist right here, pretty dope. I had him on last week, one of his tracks. It's a pretty dope track. It's called Grown by my man Marcus McCauley. You know what I'm saying? We just had a couple artists go out to Seattle. They just had their first tour.
Oh, nice.
I'm sorry, in Portland. They just went out to Portland, did their first tour. Phoenix artists were trying to, start collabing with different states and stuff like that. So, yeah, man, we got Marcus McCauley, you know what I'm saying, on the lineup tonight. If you guys have any other artists that y'all think is dope, please, tell them to get at me, you know what I'm saying. But I hope you guys enjoy this track. Queen, you let me know what you think about this track as well.
Absolutely.
And then, we're going to go ahead and spark up, y'all. So, y'all go ahead and join this track right here. It's called Grown by my man Marcus McCauley, y'all. Shit.
West Coast, okay, so I got this thing. Met around the time I was going through things. Opened up and she felt my pain. I love her most deaf, no Yasin, babe. 1,802 5 days. 60 months and we still ain't brave. Treated me like money back when I was broke. Got a little pay, shit didn't change. I swear to God, I hope she never leave me alone. I wanna take you everywhere you wanna go. And I wanna make your problems go away. I've been trying to make your fears disappear. I bet you doubt it, but it doesn't mean I can't. Look me in my eye, you see my soul for real. You got a nigga dreaming in some candy rain. You got a nigga dancing in the candy rain. Your pussy got me swimming in some candy rain. Never had a problem expressing myself. I feel a way about you right now. Why waste time, girl? I ain't no child. We grown, we grown. I swear I'm only thinking about you. Nobody got nothing on you. Fuck talking, baby, what you wanna do right now? We grown, we grown. Keep up, baby, come on, baby, I need you. How could I change after all that we've been through? It's not forever, hope you feeling the same too. It's okay if we ain't wearing the same shoes. As long as we on the same book and the same page. I can get down, wake up, fuck with you every day. My love won't fade, black wash the gray shade. Fuck what they say, this is how it's supposed to be. Had to fuck what they say, that shit doesn't affect me. Had to pay that price, how could all of it come for free? I can't estimate numbers, but I promise it wasn't cheap. I just love your face when I'm taking you out to eat. Hey, I looked you in your eyes, see you're so for real. I know I got you dreaming of some candy rain. Hey, we can dance in the candy rain. Hey, baby, I'm drowning in your candy rain. Never had a problem expressing myself. I feel a way about you right now. Why waste time, girl? I ain't no child. We grown, we grown. I swear I'm only thinking about you. Nobody got nothing on you. Fuck talking, baby, what you wanna do right now? We grown, we grown.
Yo, I hope you guys enjoyed that track right there. That was called Grown by my man Marcus McCauley out there in Portland, in Oregon. You know what I'm saying? Yo, hey, when I'm out there, bruh, rolling with the Rolling Stoner, man, I need y'all to show your boy some love, man. For real, man. Yo, so Quintin Baker, you know what I mean? We trying, like I said, we're trying to support, local, not only local artists, upcoming artists throughout the region. You know what I mean? So,
you know, I have this thing. The people that know me well, they know that my biggest fetish is sound and music. I actually have I have like 3 hard drives, and I want to say easily 55 gigs. I want to say gigs. Of music that I just find, and I'm like a music hunter. Like if I get a track and I hear it, I gotta hunt it down. You know, I'm doing SoundCloud, I'm doing SoundHound, I'm doing Shazam.
Yo, I gotta find this track.
I gotta find this track, right? And I used to be a sound engineer for about 14 years.
Holy shit!
Yeah,
like, damn.
I know. Like, there's like right down the street from here. There's this beautiful place called Wildfire Music.
Oh yeah! Shout out to Wildfire Studios. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
hey.
Ty Twin. I know he knows.
Yeah.
But
you know I'm trying to get in there soon, bro. Hey, get at me, dog.
Ty Twin, where you at?
Get at me, dog.
Yeah, but there was like several studios, man. I used to go and listen to, and just the stuff you will never hear on an album, but you'll only hear in the studio.
Yeah.
Right?
Man.
Oh, yeah. I loved it. Anyways, I love what you're doing with music, man.
Thank you, man. But, yo, for everybody out there, we have Quintin Baker in the building, rolling with the Rolling Stoner. This is chapter 98, really.
For real?
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, we've been going for 2 years now, you know, so just trying to, constantly stay active and, like, promote everything that's going on. Like, a lot of people really are grinding and, like, they have their own business and they're really, really, like, putting the foot forward to make things happen. So we just want to be here to expose that,
Of course.
We appreciate you for coming through.
Of course.
Know what I'm saying? Thank you. You know what I mean? But, definitely want to dive into like the different, ventures you've been like.
What's hemp
on
and all
with
this?
Hemp and
everything.
Yeah. So last time I saw you though, we were at this tea bar or like a
Kava
bar. Kava bar.
Yeah. Shout out to Chase and Lacuna Kava Bar. They just made the list. I don't know if that national international show. I don't know if it's national or international, but there's a show called The List. And it's on. They just made the list.
Say, what is the list
about,
I know
the list. Oh, you never heard about the list?
Nah, man. Now
it's a TV show. Yeah, look it up. It's a TV show called The List, and they list basically the things that everybody needs to know about. That's hot. That's happening. That's coming up.
Oh hell yeah!
And so he put Arizona on the map with that. And we met at Lacuna Kava Bar. It's only been open for I think like 6 months.
Now, can you explain to people what Kava is?
Yeah,
like, like, that threw me off. When I am not gonna lie, I was like, yo, what the? This ain't weed, but it's the same. Like, but it ain't the same. Like,
right?
Please explain to what people to the people what Kava is, because it actually did kind of fuck me up a little bit. Like I wasn't high, but
nice.
I did. It had an effect to you.
Yeah,
you know
it definitely has an effect.
Yeah. Explain.
So
what it is,
in the simplest terms, and I know I'm gonna butcher this. I know Chase and them down at Lacuna, they can explain it to you much better. But Kava essentially is a root. It's a root plant that grows in indigenous areas in Caribbean islands and different tropical environments. Yeah, it takes a while. I know it takes a while to harvest, like 2 years to harvest this root. And you get this root that's really long, dwindled kind of things. It looks kind of like dreadlocks in a way.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and but essentially you grind up this root. It turns into a powder, and then you just take a mesh bag with this powder and you dunk it into water over and over and over again until pretty much all of the extract of that root is out. So now you have this Kava water essentially, right? But the beauty of it is that it is a huge. I use it in place of drinking alcohol. And as you experienced,
Yeah.
it can do something.
Yes, it can. Like, so, and there's also two variations or two different effects, I guess.
Yeah.
Of the Kava.
Yeah. So you with Kava, it has things called Kava lactanes. So Kava lactanes, they interact with your CB1 and CB2 receptors. Same thing that like THC does, and things that are around your pleasure center, but also your sensory neurons. So what it does is it satisfies a lot of the different cravings that your body have that we currently use for alcohol, and in some cases for coffee. So I often go there to drink some kava root, and they have a variety of different drinks that you can get that has kava or kratom in it. Now, kratom is very similar, but it's a leaf rather than a root, and it grows naturally as well. And I often put it this way: kratom is the upper. Like, I would take kratom instead of kava.
That's what I had.
Yeah.
I had the kratom.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Kratom
Kratom
will hit you. Yeah, your heart rate.
Man, look, man, we went to another bar after that to go, have another drink.
Yeah.
And I was like fainting almost. I'm like, yo, I need some water. Hold on, man. Bro, we got to do something else tonight. We can't just stand here, bro. We can't just stand here. I need to do something, man. Like, yo,
you had some kratom, man.
I was like, yo, what? Yo, this, it had me so hyped, man. It was just like, I was so energized, and like to just be sitting in a small setting, I was just like, nah, I gotta get active. So yeah, that kratom definitely
will up you.
Yes,
it takes you up. It takes you high.
People, it will jump you up there, man. That kratom for real.
Yeah, no, it's real. No, I would take that instead of coffee after you eat something.
Yeah,
take it on an empty stomach.
Man, that's the thing. I didn't eat. That's where I fucked up too. Like. Everything was hitting me, man.
Don't do that.
I didn't eat yet, man. I'm like, yo, my gosh, yo, I'm about to lose it in here. Yo.
No.
Woo! It was like, yo, you gonna finish your drink, man? We about to order another one. Nah, hold on, man. I need water.
You need agua. That's what you need.
Water right now.
You need some
bro.
agua right now. No. Yeah. So the thing with kratom is, I use it as an upper. And in place of coffee. Rarely do I ever drink coffee, by the way. So I rarely drink kratom because I'm much more of just a mellowed, laid-back type of dude. Yeah. And so I'll drink more kava than I will drink kratom. Kava is the opposite for me. It calms me down. It gives you that real cool, smooth sense. Yeah. But you can still drive. Yeah. You don't have no after effects, no hangover. Yeah. And, your body metabolizes it so much better than any synthetic alcohol situation. So, it's what they're doing, which is why we actually sell our products out of there, our hemp extract out of there, is we're finding replacements that are natural and plant-based.
Now, that's what I was going to lead into. Like, what are, like, some of the benefits, of replacing... Like, you know what I mean?
So,
like, of course, besides, like, alcohol killing your liver. Like, you know what I mean? like, of course.
I mean, it'll kill a lot more than just that. Yeah.
Yeah, but, like, what are the other, like, benefits of...
So, here's the biggest thing. My one thing is finding things that combat chronic inflammatory disease, right? And that's a big thing for me because chronic inflammation is the number one disease killer. I mean, it's the number one killing disease in the world. Yeah. 1 out of every 3 deaths is caused by some form of chronic inflammation. The only thing that kills more people is suicide, statistically. So, when it comes to plant-based things, a lot of plant-based alternatives such as kratom, kava, turmeric, curcumin, things like that. They're anti-inflammatories is just by nature, right? Yeah. That's all that they really do is be an anti-inflammatory. They tell your body wherever it's having chronic inflammation to slow down and back up. Yeah. And so, kava has a very similar effect. It is a lactoid or lactane. So people who are maybe lactose intolerant or what have you, they may not have that experience. So just be aware, it does have lactose or lactane in it, but it's a plant-based lactose.
Is that kava and kratom? Or?
No, kratom is not. Doesn't have lactanes. They're called. It's another thing. It's like it's similar to a cannabinoid. essentially. So like cannabis has cannabinoids, your body has cannabinoids, Kratom has cannabinoids, Kava has kavalactanes. So, but I say all that to say, when you take some of these things that are, I call phyto supplements, right? Or phytocannabinoids, right? Phyto stands for plant. Your body is made to absorb those things in an easier fashion with very little to no negative side effects or impacts compared to the synthetic stuff that we see coming out on the shelves and in these labs. Yeah, so that's just a general, without going into any specific things. We probably will go into specific plants and what they do, but just as a broad spectrum around Kava, Kratom, hemp, and other, things like that, that's one of the benefits.
Man, dog, I'm telling you guys, gotta try this shit, man.
They sell it in a bottle now,
and it's real. And that's what I was gonna ask. Like, where can people get this product, man? Like,
I mean, I would go to just go to Lacuna Kava Bar. First off for the Kava
downtown
and Kratom.
Phoenix,
downtown Phoenix, right off of Roosevelt and Third Street. One more time. It was called Lacuna Kava Bar.
Kava.
Lacuna Kava Bar. Ask for Chase. Ask for Chrissy. Ask for Parker. They'll take good care of you.
Yeah.
They actually have stuff that you can get in a tincture, and I buy it all the time. It's like $20. You get a tincture. It lasts me a good 2 weeks. I put it into some ginger ale. I put it into some water. Whatever.
Yeah.
And man, it just smooths you out. I mean, it's like I can't even explain it.
I believe it. I didn't try the Kava.
I wish I brought you some.
Yo, I tried the Kratom though.
Yeah.
And you know what? Like your boy made us take a shot of something though.
Yes. So he did have you take a shot of Kava.
So okay, I did have a little bit.
But it was a little bit compared to the like 16 ounce of Kratom you had.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
They Kratomed you out, man.
No food in the system, man. It was just a straight go.
That was great. I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry. I tried to warn you.
Yeah.
I was like, listen, be careful with that Kratom, though.
And I do remember you saying that.
I said, be careful with that Kratom, though.
Look, I smoke, man. I deal with cannabinoid.
All right, yeah, you cannabinoid
boys.
Yeah.
I fuck with them. Like, already. Give me this.
Yeah, man. No. I mean, there's a lot of great studies out there. I hope people really Google this stuff and actually look at studies of what they've done with Kratom, because right now there's a huge issue in the I want to call it sobriety conversations, but sober houses, right? A good friend of mine, she's been going on 4 years sober from alcohol. Fantastic for her, but she's really active in this space of sober living. Yeah, and so they had a huge conference recently, and they actually imagine this: they had a panel of doctors. And they were sitting up there among thousands of people that have all gone through different forms of addictions and are sober now, right?
All sober now,
right? Like from alcohol to cocaine.
Shit sounds crazy.
I mean, things like they are on methadone trying to get off of cocaine, people on Suboxone trying to get all this stuff. I mean, crazy stuff, right? And they're like, now, hey, I made it. I'm here. I'm sober. I'm clear, that kind of thing. And you have this panel of doctors that are telling them, listen, hemp, Kratom, those things are terrible. You really need to trust Suboxone in order to maintain a certain healthy lifestyle. It was the biggest upset I think she said she's ever heard or seen. People were just like, you gotta be kidding me. Wow. People who had been on Suboxone, been on methadone, and experienced those side effects that were tremendously impactful negatively on their life, found freedom by taking Kratom, by taking Kava, by taking hemp, by even taking marijuana. They found the freedom from those different synthetic drugs because those drugs encourage addictive behavior. And you're just replacing one addiction with another. Whereas if you actually are using
that's the big pharma. That's
right.
Just the game plan.
That's the game. So, let's find people that love sugar and give them more sugar.
It's why not? It's selling.
Exactly.
But this shit is crazy, man.
I know.
Just thinking about that, we can go on for sure on that.
Right.
But yo, we're gonna jump back into one more song. This one right here is a cat from Seattle. His name is Nyles Davis, you guys. So yo, I hope you guys enjoy this. This is called Circa 215. You guys enjoy this, all right? Sure.
Hey, it's Nyles Davis, and I say it live. I'm booming on the internet, play my tunes like new finesse. I'm asking like support or not, and if it's not, won't stop to yes. Cause I've been on my grizzly, you can tell. Ooh. I've been getting busy, you can smell. Hey. Blood, sweat, and tears while my brody's blowing. Ooh, we writing on the loose leaf. He's my mental, it is soothing. Pull up on your biddy, and I bet she acting 50 when she say that she 100. Cause she claims she fucking with me, but look at where I'm headed, make them wanna pull a U. We still steering my direction, cause I'm flexing to the maximum. I told you I'ma do me, and now look at what's been happening. I swear I'm out here swagging, son, and ain't nobody matching up. Stop, boy, please, I got what you need. Tell them what they want, okay? Tell them what they want, okay? Everybody want a flavor, everybody want a name, and I can feel this honestly. Yeah, I can feel this honestly. Hey.
The only way is up, ain't no looking down, ain't no looking back, I'm only thinking about the now. Cause this here is a must, enough just ain't enough, enough just ain't enough, no,
dripping
no.
heavy, liquor spilling slowly, stogie burning heavy, niggas thirsty, bitch could have me now, I bet she won't arrest me, I'm a fucking issue, ducking drama offers, is you about to sink a flow, going off what you think you know, about to be with bitches unfair that could care less, only share me and a bottle, got my mama oh so worried, I ain't no fucking role model, I'm talking lots and lots of pasta, I swear I'm a monster, bumper roster, order katsu, trying to catch some commas, post departure, got you awkward, and I don't know where I lost you, but lock the feelings, hide the drama, let me later call ya. See, all they know is try hard, all we know is make more music, all we gon' get by, Lord. Bowing your head don't bring no truth, but counting this bread gon' bring me home, and getting off on everything I'm on. Pity that nigga wanna see me lose, really that shit help me right my wrong, so suck my dick and play my song, don't throw your bitch, she bout to come, I'm finna follow, rolling my dice, I done hit the lotto, drinking since 10, I don't need no motto. Yeah.
The only way is up, ain't no looking back, ain't no looking down. This here is a must, enough just ain't enough, enough just ain't enough.
Gotta switch lanes on the day, wood grain with a brick, what you think? Candy paint in my cup, in my cup, wood grain with a brick, what you think? Seaside.
That's it, man.
So yo, I hope you guys enjoyed that track right there. That was called Circa 2015 by my man Nyles Davis out of Seattle. You know what I'm saying? Please go check him out. He's doing his thing. So got Quintin Baker in the building, y'all, man. You brought some other stuff through though, man. Like, yo, you wanna tell us like what you brought through today?
Yeah. You know, this is less of like a plug and more of just like a demonstration of what it is, right? So on there, and I'll talk about a little bit of what those letters and things mean.
I got you.
But you know, that's a tincture right there. A lot of people are familiar. Our brand is called Plant Powered, right?
Hemp extract.
Yeah, you can find us out at plantpoweredproducts.com or right now delta113.com. We only do two things. We do tincture oil and a lotion, right? So the thing that the reason why I brought it is because a lot of people see this kind of bottle and they say, "Oh, that's CBD," right? Or, "Oh, that's Kratom," or, "Oh, you know, there's a lot of things that are coming out."
There's a lot of different things that we just weren't exposed to, and like,
We weren't.
That,
Yeah.
Yo.
Exactly.
There's so much. There's so many different things, different elements to like, it's not just marijuana, y'all. It's not just marijuana.
No, not at all. Not at all.
So yeah.
It's so the thing with these tinctures, the reason why I wanted to address it is because there's a concern. There's actually a big concern for me that I want to make sure that people understand. So out here right now, FDA does not regulate the CBD hemp market. Okay. I'm not saying that that's wrong, bad, or good, or whatever, but there's certain things that people have to be responsible for in honoring their own health when they're out here buying these things. Number one, don't buy Kratom, Kava, CBD. Don't buy nothing from a gas station. That's a real thing. I'm sorry that you got to choke on that, but it's true. Like, don't do that. People do all the time.
Yo.
Don't buy CBD from a gas station.
Do not buy any CBD products from the gas station. Yo.
Don't do that, y'all. Don't do that.
Don't do it, man.
Don't buy the Kratom from it. I mean, don't do it. There's a lot of people.
You wouldn't buy the gas station food.
No.
Why would you go? Come on.
No, don't do it. Don't do it. And so
you keep it simple. Grab your wraps and get the fuck on, man. Grab your games. You know what I'm saying?
You said grab your wrap. Oh man.
Grab them games and get the fuck on, man. You already know. What's wrong with you, man?
Oh, so yeah, I wanted to say that. So I want to make sure that that's clear. Number two, always ask for your labs. Ask for your lab reports. There are lab reports that come with each one of these things.
But look, people don't even know what to look for
on lab,
these
right?
lab results, or like, you know what I mean? Like, if they're just gonna go with what the numbers say, regardless. Like, people don't even it's
and they can reach out to me, personally. They can reach out to me either, Baker at ahoproducts.com or, hit me up on delta113.com, what have you. You can email me. Yeah. I'll sure host it up later. But the thing is, when you look at these labs, I'll show you how to read them. But there's just, you have to do your due diligence before you put it in your body. CBD isn't for everybody. It's for most, but it's not for everybody. Some people, depending on what you're trying to treat, need a hemp extract. Some people need an isolate like CBD, and most people don't even know what I mean by isolate, right? Yeah. And so there's these.
I'm like, wait, isolate,
right? That's what I mean. You want to look at these labs, and you want to look at what works for specifically what you're looking for. Is a topical solution best for you? Is an ingestible one? Is a vapable one? A lot of people are concerned about vaping. Vape is just a method of delivery. Vaping itself doesn't kill anybody. It's what you put in the vape.
What you put in the vape,
right? So you got to be just clear.
Now is smoking the worst form of ingesting
no
any type of the products?
No. I would say it's what you smoke, right?
Okay.
So for instance, somebody who has kidney damage, right? Liver damage, right? Mm-hmm. They can't ingest a full whole plant cannabinoid supplement. Why? Because it'll put too much strain on their kidneys. But say, for instance, they need it to metabolize in their lungs instead. Well, their lungs can handle it. Their kidneys won't. If somebody is undergoing chemotherapy, especially in their lungs, and they have sores, and they need an anti-inflammatory to help with that, vaping and getting it into their lungs is actually the best delivery system for them. However, somebody with gout in their foot, they may experience some relief, but they actually probably want to use more of a topical solution. So your method of delivery based off of what symptoms you're trying to treat or what symptoms you're trying to deal with matters just as much as what it is that you're taking. And people don't really realize that. They just think it's kind of like a one-size-fits-all.
Yeah.
Cool. All
right, but we're going to jump into this next track. Everybody, give me 1 second. This one right here is called Fuck Work. Once again, by my man Marcus McCauley, coming out of Portland. You guys enjoy this track right here, all right? Cheer.
Wild with the fake smile, hella foul. Simmer down, dog, I ain't a child. Should punch you out, get from around me with that win and doubt. Shit, you such a downer, I could really paint you in that. You fucking clown, I felt to have some anger pent up. But where's it from? I think I fucked around and found the nerve. Fuck work, damn, I'm really feeling trapped here. I struck a curse, at least I eat for free cause I'm a cook. Well, that's a perk, I'm rolling weed when the boss leave. Yeah, that's a perk, worked here a little more than a year, and that's a first. Push the product just to get to dollars, that's what they taught us. Used to move smooth, scary now, ain't trying to get caught up, take it all away. If they hear complaints on what they bought us, could barely afford it, so we count the thought, gratitude we had to learn. It's funny now because we hardly see it in return. I feel like I just work for everybody but myself. Outside of work, I feel like I don't do nothing for myself. Wake me up, take me off the shelf. I just gotta find a way that I can motivate myself. Wake me up, wake me up. 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 Okay, I'm done working for the man. This shit is scam, screaming, God, what's the fucking plan? I need a hand, face size as a grain of sand. Lisa's a parent, show mercy for a mortal man. I get embarrassed, still got some anger brewing up inside of me. No need to pencil where I drew it from. Fuck work, barely doing shit outside of this. I'm feeling cursed, check clearing on the first verse. Yeah, that's a perk, no longer going through a garnishment. Yeah, that's a perk, coming home too tired to even smoke. That's a first. Days off, I'm just dozing off. Days on, try to focus more. Help me, please find my way. Thinking about how my life used to be up in shambles. The path I went down turned me to an example. It got corrected, I'm still feeling dismantled. Life's a gamble, can't get a handle, cause I just work for everybody but myself. Outside of work, I feel like I don't do nothing for myself. Wake me up, take me off the shelf. I just gotta find a way that I can motivate myself. Wake me up, wake me up. Wake me up, wake me up. Wake me up, wake me up. Wake me up, wake me up.
Sure.
Yo. Hey, I hope you guys enjoyed that track right there. That was called Fuck Work by my man. I was about to say Quintin. Yo, Marcus McCauley, y'all. Hey, I hope you guys enjoyed that track right there.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Hope y'all enjoyed that. But yeah, we man.
Yeah.
We been talking about a lot, man. Like,
yeah.
You are a man of many talents, many trades.
Oh, thank you.
Man, so like what are you hoping to gain
yeah.
artists? Like
what are
you pushing for? You know?
So my thing is this. I want the number one killing disease in the world to be number two. Very simple. Okay. Right now it kills one of every 3 people. I wanted to break it down to like one of every 5. And before the end of my lifetime. And so for the last, over a decade, chronic inflammation has been killing folks. So, hemp is one aspect to the anti-inflammatory game. It really is not just what you put in your body, it's what you put around your body. Yeah. And what we're putting out there, and to give some transparency to people, like, hey, there's plant-based alternatives for what you're using. Even in the commercial industry, there's plant-based alternatives for fiberglass, which is in every building. You can't breathe that. You're not supposed to. Plant-based batteries, plant-based gasoline and fuels. We're talking emissions and radiations, right? I
hope y'all hear this shit, yo.
It's real, and it's not just that it's something that helps from protect you or inhibit you from having inflammatory triggers. It's what allows for your body to do what it's supposed to do, which is to heal itself. Right? And so it's constantly trying to heal itself while you're bombarding it in environments where it's causing inflammation. And then you're taking things that's like, everybody's on the big CBD thing. I hate to tell people this, but over 60% of that. Well, it helps if you get the right ones, but over 60 to 65% of the market right now is fake.
I feel you.
You know, like that's why I tell people, look at the lab reports, look at the lab results.
Like how do you see? And that's the thing. Like,
yeah,
you know what I mean, when you say look at the lab results, it's like, you know, how do you tell?
How do you tell? Yeah. Well, first off,
they'll look at the lab results and be like, okay, that sounds good.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I read the shit. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. You know, well,
put it back to you and everything. And it's just like,
yeah. You know, it's so a few things to look for is always. I recommend people to get whole plant as much as possible. Like I deal with whole plant. However, not everybody can take whole plant. Like I told you, if you have a failing kidney or what have you.
It's too strong.
And whole plant also has THC in it. And now the thing I want to make sure is clear, like THC is a natural part of the plant that helps the plant's effects that you are looking for. It is not something that just gets you high. You know, a lot of people have given THC a terrible rap, but you know, THC is directly like it comes in three forms originally. There's Delta 9 THC, there's THCA, and there's THCV.
Breaking it down.
Right? These are all different cannabinoids. There's 113 cannabinoids in the hemp plant. Everybody just wants CBD. That's just one cannabinoid in 113 or more. I often relate it to people, though, that it's similar to like you can either have an orange or you can have a vitamin C pill, right? Neither one are bad, but one has more and absorbs in your body in a natural way. Exactly. Whereas the other one is an isolated supplement. Yeah. So CBD is an isolated cannabinoid out of a overall whole plant. And so if you're looking for the most effectiveness out of a hemp plant or out of an anti-inflammatory, you want the whole thing.
I feel you. It's like, I mean, a lot of people don't have the access or even the knowledge of how to shop for whole foods to even
Whole foods.
Like,
yeah. You know so I mean, well, let me educate a little bit. This is just a basics.
People, like, diets are awful. Even like motherfuckers who say they like vegan and like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're on these different type of diets and like I really like pay attention to them and it's just like, yo, you cheating like a motherfucker, man. Like, yo, you know you're not doing it right. But I'm like, all right, okay, like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? So,
it could be. I mean, you know, at the end of the day, people are going to choose their lifestyle choices, right?
Yeah.
You know, you can't save everybody, and people want what they want. But the best that I can do is educate folks as much as possible, so that way they at least have a choice, and that they're not at the effect of ignorance when it comes to when they're trying to do something to be well. You know, so I educate people on, you know, what is the difference with full spectrum versus broad spectrum. These are all just buzzwords, but what does that mean? You know, what does whole plant mean? What does CBD mean? What good is THC to your body? How does it affect you? Exactly. And there are very distinct ways. Like, for instance, you know, THC was it's the biggest reducer of seizures that you can get. Right, like people who have had epilepsy.
Hear that?
Yeah, I mean, and people. You ask anybody.
Smoke the weed. I gotta roll another one, like, just for that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
You know, it's one of those things where people who have had epilepsy for years, and then they get access to whole cannabinoid, whole plant supplements, phytocannabinoid supplements. They haven't had a seizure since. You know, like, this stuff is miraculous. And then on top of that, you're talking with people with tumors, right? People with sores. Because of how cannabinoids interact with your body and your endocannabinoid system, I want everybody to research that word, endocannabinoid, E-N-D-O, cannabinoid. There's a textbook, actually, endocannabinoid system.
All right.
It is a part of your body. It is just like your immune system. It is just like your skeletal system, your muscular system. You have an endocannabinoid system. And all hemp is phytocannabinoids, phyto standing for plant, endo standing for in your body. And they work together harmoniously in order for your body to be in a homeostasis. Look up that word if you need to know to it. And for 4 parts, right?
What's up, man? When you go like teach a class or something?
I teach classes every week, bro. I mean, I do. Like, people ask me all the time, come Lacuna Kava Bar, I'll teach it. At churches, I teach it. At senior centers, wherever they'll have me, I'll come out and I'll teach people. Like, this is what this part of your body is about, right?
Yeah.
Like most people don't even know what the endocannabinoid system is or even heard of it, right?
Yeah.
And so
last time, I ain't gonna lie, like, you know,
right.
I did some research. I'm like, holy shit, this is what that does. Damn.
Yeah,
all
you know.
this in our body, like,
so yeah, so I mean, for people who don't know what the endocannabinoid system is, it's located in your gut and along your spine, and what it does is it monitors 4 main functions of your body: appetite, sleep, alert function, and mood stabilization, right? So an easy way to think about it is like when you drink coffee, because coffee has cannabinoids in it. Anytime you have coffee, it's impacting what? Up or down your appetite.
Coffee has cannabinoids.
Yes, coffee beans have cannabinoids. Carrots have cannabinoids. You know, different things like that.
Y'all getting hot now.
Yeah, so, and cannabinoids don't get you high, by the way. For people who need to know this, cannabinoids don't get you high.
I'm gonna be like, coffee got what?
I know, it's not, look, but if you look at it, coffee, it impacts your appetite, it impacts your sleep, it impacts your alertness, and it impacts your mood. Right?
It's crazy, like, because sometimes I get sleepy on coffee.
Exactly. And that's because your body is trying to reach a sense of homeostasis. Homeostasis is when it's in the middle and you're either somewhere over here or somewhere over here, and it pulls you towards the middle. So a lot of people, they may smoke, hemp, or they'll take some tinctures or whatever, and their cannabinoids, because they're naturally high alert, it brings them back to center and they get calm. Versus somebody who's like, oh, I barely ever eat. Well, they find that they suddenly get more hungry because their body's trying to increase and bring them towards that homeostasis. So that's just one thing you will learn. I teach down to why it is an anti-inflammatory and controls your actual blood cells as how they react to it, rather than icy hot or ibuprofen that just numbs it or just stimulates it to distract it away. So
I'm trying to tell people stay away from the ibuprofen, man.
Right, so there's a lot of information out there. I'm more than happy to share it with any and everybody out there. Just go ahead, let me know, hit me up on delta113.com or Baker at ahoproducts.com.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I'll be happy to share any links that I have, any studies. There's been a tremendous amount of studies that have now become available because, there's more, accessibility to it. But yeah, just for people, make sure just study what you're going to put in you. Yeah. Right. If you're going to do it for your wellness, study it and make it and show it approved. Not just agreeable, but approved. Yeah. Right. There's a difference. So, but that's my thing, man.
Man, and I really do appreciate you like making it through, man.
Yeah.
This is, like I said, a new setup for everybody. But, we're making it work, and we're bringing different type of, business and, like, minded people. I'm trying to stay around, like, positive energy, you know what I mean? Like, knowledgeable people. So thank you once again, man.
No, man, you bring what you look for. So you are that positive energy you're seeking, man. Yeah, believe that. You bring it out. That's why people listen to you.
Man. So, man, hey, this has been one hell of a night, one hell of a talk, man. Quintin Baker, one more time, can you tell the people where they can find you?
Sure, sir. So right now our website is delta113.com. We're going to be launching November 1st our plantpoweredproducts.co. So keep an eye out for that. That'll have all of the educations, all of the services, and recipes, recommendations for anyone who's dealing with chronic pain, chronic inflammatory pain. And want to have some plant-based alternatives, even if it's stuff we don't sell. We only sell 2 things. So we actually are just telling people, grow your own medicine, and we'll show you how to do it. So, plantpoweredproducts.com, .co, and then you can reach out to me at Baker at ahoproducts.com, and I'll be happy to respond to anybody.
Hell yeah, man. Yeah. So, once again, man, Chapter 98, Rolling with the Rolling Stoner. Quintin Baker made it through tonight. We're going to go ahead and end off on one more track, man. This one right here is called On Me by, once again, Nyles Davis, So, y'all enjoy this. Smoke one. I'm about to go ahead and roll up this last one. We're about to burn one to the outro. But, y'all have a good one, man. Enjoy yourself. Have a good week. You know what I mean? Be safe. Stay lit. Stay elevated. Good about it. Right?
Yeah. Way. Whoa. Days in the sea be like, hella rain got you inside. Yeah. Calm, cool, and couple steady. Bomb, bull, and so elected. Even in the midst of madness. Guess that's my aesthetic. Gone for long to start the question. I'm back now to get the message. Out the muddy, can't get messy. But at the level, I'm catching blessings. I know, you know, I been on my shit. Seem like with the wind. They been on my dick. They can ride this wave. I say what they is in. I do what they did in. I am so persistent. I need no assistance. It was me and the homies, we was up. We had no sleep, we was down. We had no cheese, we got down for ass. We got on the things, want a real life, but I don't want a dream. Niggas act like I don't rap, and I reality they gon' cap. But just wait till a nigga really on. See how they gon' switch when they been fake from all along. I keep my grass short, yeah, I did mow my lawn. Playing both sides of the fence, ain't no way that they no loss. But that's on me, and that's on me. So this is for my real ones who be out here in the streets. Always keep it thorough, that's 300 to the T. Man, you never switch, we'll never know, but yeah, we'll see. And that's on me. So this is for my niggas who I know for sure gon' ride. And this is for my bitches who pick up, yeah, every time. So when they ask, I'm only asking when it's time to slide. And that's on me. And that's on me, yeah. And that's on me. I'm gone, yeah, I'm gone. Go hard or go home, and I ain't been there in long. If I ain't doing right, then I don't mind being